I'm Jennica.
I'm Annica.
Welcome to
Spillmore Girls.
Now there's a freaking helicopter. There was just a moving truck that got settled. Now there's a helicopter going by. There will be some sounds other than our voices this episode. Hello, guys.
Hi, we're back.
We got
together.
lots to talk about.
We're back together.
Yeah,
The last
how
time
do you feel?
we filmed, you were in Florida.
I know. So now,
How was your trip?
Oh, I mean, it was wonderful. I did this the last time I was there. I do have a couple sad days actively when I'm there because I am having so much fun and it just reminds me that I don't live by my sister, and it just I wallowed for a couple days. But honestly, on my wallow days, I like to also be doing stuff, and so also being able to decorate her apartment while being
You love a task.
Yeah.
You love
it's just a creative outlet.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah. So you think it did what you needed to do?
Oh, absolutely. It just gave me the juice I needed. I mean, I do now know that I do love 2 weeks.
Yeah.
2 full weeks. That's exactly what it was the last time, and that's what it ended up being exactly this time. So, I mean, you know what? This actually leads me to one of my big sister advice that I love to give people. Take your PTO. I used to be the employee that was just I'm so grateful for this job if I don't need to take off, because we didn't travel for vacations or anything. If I didn't need to take off, I used it for sick days for you, or I was sick enough that I used them for 6 days at me. But I just didn't use. What are you trying to say?
Are you talking about me right now?
No. I feel we use your vacation days, honey.
We use my vacation days, yeah.
No, we use your vacation days.
I booked off today.
I'm talking about the people that just generally don't use their. It's there for a reason. Even if you have to say, yeah, I'm going to visit family for a couple days, and you lock down at your house, do that. You do that. You can be grateful for your job, but also take the time that you need to rejuvenate yourself and be ready to go back even better. Yeah. So, I mean, always take your PTO. Anyway, and really plan it out. There's sometimes at the beginning of the year, I follow every now and then I see on TikTok and things how to maximize your PTO this year, and it'll stack it on holidays. And yeah. So I truly, if you can, if you have a long distance relationship with any family member that you just wish you had more time with, try to make those trips, because truly if she wouldn't have been moving, I probably wouldn't have gone. And it really truly was, especially at the beach in late February, it still was warm. We had our 70-degree days, but then we had those cool nights. It just was perfect.
I love that for you.
Yeah. So how are you feeling now that Mom's home?
It was nice. It also gave me the juices I needed when you were gone. I definitely got in a routine of you being gone, so I kind of had to realize that I don't have to be go when you got back. When you were gone, I did not sit down once on the couch and watch TV. Yeah. And I talked about this on my vlog, but I found myself really not wanting to leave the house on my few days off that I had while you were gone because of the animals.
Because they weren't used to being people.
They're used to you being here all the time.
And Luna lived a life where I was gone for there would be some times that truly I was gone for so long, and
for work.
Yes, for work. And Myrtle has made her way in here, and she is doing the scratch pads. I don't think because last time things like that you really couldn't hear. You could only hear trucks that just went by and stuff. But
we'll try our best.
Wanted to address. So Luna has lived a life of maybe people weren't here all the time. Somebody wasn't
to school,
just a lengthy amount of times. Yeah. Oh, she heard her name. Oh another animal. Okay, I'm gonna pause and I'm gonna close the doors.
I told you their noses. They get in here.
And this is the thing. We wouldn't mind that they would be in here, but they come in here and then they start doing stuff to get our attention. Luna's on the bed now. Luna's on the bed. Okay, we're gonna take care of this.
And we'll be so cute, but you make too many noises.
Yeah, you'll fall asleep in 4 seconds and you'll be snoring.
Oh, I'm sorry, Tuna.
Is it going?
You keep pulling the sheets to you, and I'm gonna leave with nothing.
It's not like I'm. Oh, they have kind of shifted.
Yeah.
Okay, it is. We're good.
Yeah.
All the buttons are pushed.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I'm kind of comfortable. Okay, now I'm kind of even more comfortable.
I got really sad leaving the animals every day, and even when I woke up, I didn't want to go to the gym because I knew I only had a few hours before I needed to go to work, so I'd spend it with them. And Weasley gets so sad, especially when we're on vacations. He changes. Yeah. He really changes. Even when Sophia's watching them, she's your boy is not doing good.
Yeah, she's like, I stayed a couple hours longer today.
Because it's just, he does not do good.
Yeah.
So I found myself really just not wanting to leave when I didn't absolutely have to. And as soon as you got back and I had an off day, and I was like, okay, I gotta go do this, and this, because I knew you were here with them. So that was probably the hardest part for me, was leaving the animals every day for long periods of time and not feeling like that I was giving them enough love.
No, I agree.
But Tuna did go on 2 WALKs a day.
Yeah, and we don't normally do PARKS.
And see, that's when my guilt comes in, so I take her.
So
that's why I do that.
She was getting a vacation too. Like the last couple days that we've gone on those, especially if you have animals, I know you're going to appreciate us not saying these words.
The words.
But she's drugged me over there and we've had to go. I mean, not had to, obviously. We've gone in there.
Yeah.
And she just has it's been a nice change of pace.
Literally every morning I take her on a WALK, then the PARK, and then at night I just take her on a WALK.
Because I feel like my WALKs with her are big and long, and they're like an event. Yeah. Where when you're taking her out, you're like doing it as a part of your exercise, but you're looping it around, kind of.
You said the O word?
Did I?
Yeah.
Maybe I said it in like such a.
And she won't hear. Yeah, she's gonna be feel real upset if she can hear us.
I know. We've switched mics this time. We unintentionally.
It's because you love to pluck at this one, and I said we ain't got time for that today. If I'm being honest, this one's a little bit more.
So this is on purpose?
Yeah. Yeah. You love to sit here and just think about things and pluck and pluck and pluck away. And so I said, we gotta wrap this up.
Jane. Well, the thing is, I think it was literally the first episode we lost. The matching one. And this is from...
This one's falling apart.
Yeah, I mean, this is not what it's supposed to go to. This is from a mic that goes to a camera. I did have to, like, take some scissors to it on the inside. And make, what are these called? Like a little muff? They're called something.
I know. It's something silly.
Well, they're called a dead cat, but I don't like that.
I don't like that. No, it's something else.
But there's also something else.
It's a funny name.
Yeah. Maybe don't look hard enough at it, I'll know. Anyway. Is it going to come to you? Look it up. What's in my...
Oh, we can't go any episodes without looking something up.
That's okay. We're educating ourselves. That's what life's about.
Okay.
Learning and growing.
Mike.
M-I?
Cover.
C-O-P. She's type of both words.
What's a mic cover called?
Muff.
Dead cat?
That's what I said.
I think you said dead cat.
No, I said dead cat, and I said I don't like
I hate that.
Yeah. Muff is, I think, what I was thinking.
This brings me to my next thing I want to talk about.
Let's go ahead.
If you were to ask my boss my worst quality, it would be my spelling. Spelling is really bad for me. It's really bad.
Yeah.
It's appointments.
You just
always spell wrong.
You also...
I'm a logical person, and so I spell words as they sound.
I don't know that.
Yeah.
No.
I'm a facts-based person, so if it sounds like it, that's how I'm going to spell it. You know what I mean? Appointments, I get wrong every time.
Yeah, I mean, that's why we abbreviate APPTS.
See, I will always abbreviate appointments and apartment wrong. Every time.
Yeah, okay. Well, you did that. At that point, you do have to come up with a trick for yourself because you write appointment down, every day?
Well, I've gotten better at it, but when I first started doing Glamour social media, at least once a day, she'd send me this and say, hey, this is spelled wrong. It was really bad for a second.
Yeah.
And now I'm better at
it. I mean, you just are confident in yourself or what?
No, I don't know. Sometimes it doesn't work.
Right.
It doesn't give you those dots underneath. Sometimes it just lets you go.
Like when you're too far off?
No, I would just forget one letter, or I would switch 2 letters.
Yeah.
That's my downfall.
Well.
But that's all.
How do you spell appointments?
I tried it out. Well, I really need to type it. I know where they are it's APPOINT.
Just gotta snort.
APPOINT. Perfect.
Really? Okay,
Perfect. Really? I always get the...
Like, it's app, point, minutes. Just separate it. AP,
Yeah, you think.
AP, point. You still need AP, and you need points. So you need
Yeah,
both of
well, I
those
got
things.
it now, but...
Yeah, well, as we just seen
Yeah.
with the really the confidence is there
yeah.
too.
So yeah, that's my one downfall.
Yeah, that I mean, it's at least you're a hard worker,
Right.
You're willing to learn.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, that was my little tangent I wanted to go on.
Well, we have, as I was saying before I rudely interrupted you,
And then I rudely interrupted you.
we've been back and forth now. We have been watching some TV, and I want to tell you, I hope that I saw one of my friends, like probably a year ago now, post that she kind of like felt some mom guilt that the one moment that she got like for herself, all she wanted to do was sit down and watch TV, and like her daughter was there too, and she's like, I just like feel guilty about this, and I was like, I just want you to know that now as somebody who's raised an 18-year-old, like some of our favorite times over the last 18 years are sitting on the couch
yeah.
watching TV together. We've just always tried to, I mean, we obviously have our own shows that we watch, but I feel like any person you live with, you have your shows that you watch together, and you have your time. That time on the couch is so important. So especially once I got back, we've been out of that routine for we'll sit down every now and then, but we've been out of that routine for a minute, and it's been so nice to be back in that routine for ourselves too.
It's all thanks to Traders.
Yeah. Well, no, we watched the we wanted a good documentary first.
We can't even get into
Enemy
that.
of the Pod number 2 and 3.
Ruby Frankie.
Jody Hildenbrandt.
And let's throw in the husband.
Oh, for sure the husband.
Jail. Life sentence.
Some of the worst people on earth. What is the documentary called? Can you? It's
Let me
Devil in the
House.
Devil in the House.
I think so.
Okay, so let's give them a little rundown of.
I don't even want I don't want to give her airtime.
Yeah, I mean, it is important for these stories to be told, though.
Here's the thing. It's a great documentary. It's very informative.
It was wonderful. We all done. If someone knocked on that door right there and said, "We need 1,000 hours of your unedited vlog footage,"
when that sentence came on the screen, episode 1 within its first 10 minutes comes on the screen. The family has provided 10,000 or 1,000?
I think it was 1,000.
The family has
maybe more.
I think it was 1,000. The family has gathered 1,000 hours of uncut footage. We paused in that moment. We took a moment of silence because...
And we don't even... I mean, every now and then we'll kind of, like, look at each other, tiff on camera, like, not anything that, like...
But it's, like, also just, like, picking your nose.
Yeah, or just, like, having to say something 100 times, or, like...
Or, like, saying something so on, and then kind of, like, loosen up a little bit, and then saying it. Like, it's insane. And so when we saw those words pop up on the screen, I said, someone go check on her, because when she sees that, she's going to say, keep me in this prison.
Knew we're watching all 3 episodes tonight.
Was there 3 or 4?
I think there was... We watched
every one
single
of them?
episode. And we started that show with not even that intention, but it just...
It was so good.
Ruby, frankly, is a family vlogger, YouTube mom from, like, years and years ago. How many?
Not even, like, 2!
I mean, no, this is when this happened, but probably...
She's been doing it since 2015.
Okay, so 10 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, I mean, which really, this is crazy that this industry is still so, like, new. But it's situations like this that, like, do need to happen and be talked about so that things can be, like, regulated. I was going to say regularized, and I was like, not a word.
Not a word.
Regulated more. And it's just so terrible that they happen this way. But she was mommy vlogger, and... I mean, how do you even explain the...
She... got just a little bit too into the fame and then went the wrong direction with
several
trying
times.
to intercross religion with it, and then just picked up an outside practice of religion that was trying to really create its own set of rules.
And that being a woman named Jody Hildenbrandt, that was like, operating as a therapist, but
she had her license revoked, and she was like...
They became too close. When we say too close, they definitely were lovers.
They definitely.
100%.
And this man, her husband, is still looking at the camera saying, I love her more than my children. Ah!
And I don't know what was happening. Anyway, she was horribly abusive, terribly...
horrid,
just disgusting, despicable monster. And she is where she should be, which is in jail.
But I will say, like, honestly, they have 30 years right now, at least.
Yeah.
But they could get out earlier on parole, whatever. I genuinely think all they need to do is sit her down and make her watch that entire documentary, and she'll say, keep me in here forever. She cares so much about her like, how she's perceived, that she's going to say, I'm okay. I'll stay.
I mean, I know that maybe that it is just crazy to see, but like at the end of the day, I need you to know that like your opinion is the only one that matters to me versus like. Yeah. Sorry, we love you guys so much, but we do this because it's. I mean, there's
honestly,
just
multiple times you have looked at, like, when we first started this, you looked at me multiple times and was like, if you don't want to do this, it can just be a me thing. You don't have to do this. You don't have to do this. You don't have to do this.
Well, as I got older too, I mean, it was still so fresh. I mean, you had. When we all made Instagrams in college, like, we made Annica one for fun with us because it just wasn't even what it is today.
See,
like,
and then also I have this thing where I just don't believe in archiving or deleting old embarrassing Instagram, and I have had my Instagram since 2012, so if you do the math there, I was 6 years old.
Yeah.
I was posting literal, like, photo shoots of my baby doll, and I just will never delete them because I think they're so funny.
And we've grown up with the internet together, and so like obviously now if I was to raise a child, it would be a totally different. It's a totally different world. It's a totally different. But I think I would have been more mad. We had fun. Like it was always fun with us, and we shared the fun. Like it never.
I would be more mad if you didn't let me have social media, and then I wanted it, and you wouldn't let me get it, and then I had to find ways to sneak it, and then I feel like then it would be more bad decisions. But because it was just such a fun thing, and it wasn't a pressurized thing, so it was just like a throw these pictures on there, and that's how it's always been for me. I think it's so much more fun. But multiple times when we first started YouTube, you were just like, you don't have
even
to.
As it started getting, because it was fun just like documenting for us for a minute. That's like truly what we were doing it. And then as it got bigger and as it became more of a thing, I kept being like, do you at any point, like it does not have to be Jennica and Annica. Like if this ever, and you were like, why would you ever even say that?
No, I felt so left out.
But I mean, truly, I think that if I like had to start from day one now, I would try to make my child not want social media, because that's the thing, is whether you say you can or can't have this, they'll figure out their own ways. I would try as much as I could to make them not want it. Give them the incentive, make it not cool, like whatever you had to.
I don't know what I would do
to like make them not want it is for as long as I can. But at the end, like at a certain point, there are tools on it, and it can be, but you have to work so much harder than like I did in even your age to have that healthy relationship, I think, with your child and the internet.
Yeah. I have one friend that works at Glamour, and she doesn't have social media.
Yeah.
And she's a senior in high school, and she's never had it.
That's a flag. So how do your age people think about, like, when people come and say something?
So obviously, like, we were all shocked when she first told us. But I've known now for, like, 2 years. But, like, people, when they find this out about her, I think it's so funny that every day, like, she'll walk into Glamour to work, and she'll be like, oh, this is new. And I'm like, yeah, I posted it. And then she's like,
yeah,
I didn't see that. And, like, even when obviously she buys all of her dresses at Glamour's, I'm like, hey, send me pictures so I can repost them, because she doesn't post anything, so she doesn't ever really get pictures.
Yeah.
So it's so interesting to see that, and just, like, she has no interest in it either. Like, it's not her parents saying no, and she told herself.
That would be, like, best case.
No, literally. She told herself, once she finds out from all of her colleges, then she'll download.
Well, maybe you should ask her what her parents, like, vibe with.
Oh, they love it. They also don't have social media.
Yeah,
they did it, like, together.
Oh, okay.
So they all don't have any.
Got it.
Isn't that kind of fun?
Yeah. I mean, I truly, I think that, like, I've learned so much, and I have such happy places on the internet, but you have to work to build that. Yeah. Like, you have to stop watching people that don't make you feel good about yourself, like, or you truly get to cater your feeds how you want them to, and you can cater them in like a learning and a educational way.
Yeah, Totally.
So, but I mean, you can throw in some fun little girly pops in there
Girly
too.
pops,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, that kind of led into a more serious discussion. So let me think if I have any. That was so just like not planned for me to go there, or else I would have kind of like maybe gotten some points together. But regardless, it was a good watch and an informative watch. And if anything, like I think in those situations it does make me even grow even more. Like, what did I do things okay? And I say all that to say we have been doing some good sit down TV time, and we have found ourselves watching Traitors.
It's been a long time coming.
And we just, like, don't really watch shows like that. I think that...
we don't enjoy... I
like,
feel
gamey, like Survivor or The Challenge, or any
Big
sort
Brother,
of...
any of those, we don't really watch, just because...
What are game ones that are not like that I'm trying to think of? That are just those kind of, like, network...
Loser, I don't know what that is, but that's where they're from. I've never seen it, but...
We just, like, we don't really watch shows like that. But every season, it's only been, I think, like 3 or 4 seasons. And every season, I'm, like, seeing the clips of it, and we say, we should watch that, we should watch that. And then this season, they were just, like...
So many girly pops on it, and just, like... hate to say it, but Tom Sandoval.
There were a lot of people that we knew that we would enjoy watching on TV. That sentence coming after Tom Sandoval
does not add up, but...
No, but we just decided, okay, you know what? Let's sit down and let's start something and let's have it be, because you know when you're in either a movie, a show,
yeah.
Do we want a show that we can like turn our brain off that we've seen a million times? It's a comfort show, or do we want to watch something that's like fun and entertaining? Do we want to watch something that our brain is on and we're having to think about? We landed on Traitors, and boy, has it been fun.
Boy, has it been fun. We have watched 2 episodes at least every night.
I will say,
it's been like 2.5.
Maybe it's because we don't watch shows like this. Every time they explain a challenge,
lost.
No idea what's happening until they start doing it. And then it takes a couple times for me to be
I'm
like...
still just like, so what was the relevance?
And we're not really like a gaming... We like to game. But I feel like when you don't have a big family, it's hard to just like...
That's not our go-to. Like, oh, let's play a game.
Yeah.
No.
We like to.
We're like, let's go on a WA, okay? Or let's sit down.
Yeah. But it has been... I mean, it's fun. And once I get there, I'm like, fun. Oh my gosh, that's so fun. And but the people's ability to like
think how they do,
and just like that's what trait is that called? Do you think?
Manipulate?
No. I was gonna say deception, but what are you? Sorry, another snort. We got 2 snorts today. Okay, so not necessarily manipulation and deception, but that ability to just try to like, or the ability to control people's, I don't know. I'm the person that's just sitting there going, I hope everybody's having a good time. Does anybody need more water? Like, I could literally not be the traitor. Like,
you could not be the traitor?
I have to be a faithful.
I think I could be a good traitor.
You would definitely be a good traitor. You'd be like, what?
I would, yeah.
Give me a good traitor.
It's like when you find out drama from someone, but you're not supposed to know, and then they come to you and tell you the drama, and you have to act like you have no idea.
And you've known since before the person that told you what was
and you're like, what do you mean?
Yeah, you would be a good traitor. Which, I mean, you know, is that a great quality?
It depends on which words you use, but not manipulate. I wouldn't use that as a word to describe.
It kind of reminds me about the time, like when I was in college, I was on several different like councils, and I was I liked being involved in college, and I was a SOAR counselor, which is one of the tour guide leaders, like the campus ambassadors.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what that is? That's a bunch of like loud type, like just big personalities in a room, okay?
That have passion.
And yes, that have passion about the same thing, and they're just all, like, used to being the one that has the spotlight in the room, and it's just, like, when you put that group of people together, it is fun for a lot of the time, but it can get crazy sometimes, too. That's what it gives me on this, because it's a lot of big personalities, and so people just will go for the throat, and
they're also different, though, that they're not understanding each other. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, it's fun. I think we only have, like, a couple episodes left.
And
we don't know how it went. Like, how do you win? Like, what?
What do you mean? We don't know what the outcome's supposed to be.
So, like, if there's no traitors left, do they all win?
I guess that they just keep killing people off until either a traitor or a faithful win.
But if there's 5 faithfuls and 1 traitor left,
so
and they kill the traitor.
All the round table. I mean, people that have watched this are probably screaming at us right now, but maybe once you get to the round table at the very end, like that's because the traders are technically still within those
But
people.
then at the beginning of the season, he said this is going to be the first season where they don't tell each other.
As
They have to trust their gut.
Yeah.
At the final.
I guess we'll see.
I think we're like 2 episodes away from it
Well,
being
then we'll
done.
have an update for you guys next week.
Speaking of updates for you next week.
What? Is this something I don't know?
No, you know.
Okay.
And you are to your point with me about this.
She's going to talk to y'all about role model. I'll let her take it away.
Y'all, today, you're watching this on Thursday, okay? You're watching this on Thursday. Just know, if I'm not at role model on Saturday, someone check on me. Someone check on me.
Someone check on me as well.
Yeah, because I didn't go to
We've had
Gracie
to have
Abrams.
several, like, you know, like family meetings where you have to like sit down and formulate plans and really like you have a task at hand and like we all got to get together about this. We've had 4
About this concert?
about this concert. Okay.
Yeah, so everyone knows we're concert people. Like,
love
that's how
them.
we like to
Yeah.
spend our time together, our money. Like, that's what we really like
But we really
to do.
haven't gone to that many.
No.
To get
Post-COVID,
yeah,
we
they
have
just
not gone to that many.
no. We definitely have, but just not that. I would say in the last like year or year and a half is what I'm saying.
How many have we gone to in the last year and a half? I was just Sabrina Carpenter. And then...
Lana,
Lana.
that was 2 falls ago though. I think.
So, yeah, we just haven't gone to
Yeah.
that many, and I love
Well,
it.
it's
I
'cause-
love it. I love
It's
it.
because tickets are at $100 million
So
for anybody. I mean, it doesn't like it.
expensive.
And
So
any
much.
venue, I get so excited when I'm like, because we have a little venue in Franklin
Mm-hmm.
that's such a fun venue, and for like the first year it was open, it was like great prices still. That was completely. I mean, that's non-existent anymore.
So, Gracie Abrams came right after we got back from Italy.
Yeah.
And role model is opening for her. And I didn't go because the prices were so expensive.
We were ready to like walk
And
out the
I
door.
was
said,
ready, like,
but they just never went down.
I had a budget in mind, and I just, as soon as it hit that, I was going to buy it, but it never even came close. And I was heartbroken.
Yeah.
And I literally have not forgotten it.
She's talked about it once a week, more probably since September. So.
Yeah. So now here we are again. Role model is coming, and I have to give myself a budget of what I'm willing to go to. And I'm at the point.
She had yesterday. We had our last family meeting, our 4th one about this yesterday, and she had officially informed me, Mother, you may have to sit this one out.
I might be going by myself.
I might be going by myself, and I'm like, you know what? I totally like.
Because if we can go to the box office and get those tickets, then we can.
Ooh. That moving truck has a friend, you guys. What in the world kind of truck is that, you think? Anyway, it's singing.
If I can get the box office tickets, we can get 2 for the same price. I can get 1 for resale value. So it just depends on if we go to the box office and we can get 2, or if I have to game time it up and spend too much money on 1 ticket. I'll be going solo. I'm sorry. But I must.
That's okay, and I will be the mom that sits out in the parking lot, and I will be playing games on my phone, watch my little YouTube videos. I might get out and do a fun little hot girl walk around downtown.
I have to go. I really hope
we'll
I go.
figure it out, but we need to. So more tickets drop on Thursday, so we'll check on that on Thursday. Then we'll immediately call and see what we need to do from the venue.
And then the concert's on a Saturday, and I can't go on a Saturday to go to the box office. So then
But I got you. But I'm able to go if that's an option. It's just also a venue that we're not used to. Like if it was Bridgestone, we'd know our thing. We'd do our thing. But
yeah, so
send good vibes for Annica and Role Model this Thursday.
Please. Please. Oh my God. And the Emma Chamberlain of it all, like I
know. We try to respect everyone's stories and privacies, but like
I need to know.
But like Emma and
Tucker.
I was like, what did she call Tucker? Like
Tuck.
And we like were still watching her, obviously still watching her vlogs when she started like hanging out with for her to be your first like true role model. No pun intended. It just is like such full circle.
And so many songs about her.
I have to tell you something that happened to me yesterday when I was bringing Luna in from our walk. I don't often listen. Is it still going?
Mm-hmm.
I don't often listen to music. I'm like a book.
Which is actually outstanding to me. Like,
I only listen to music when I'm like working out.
Astonishing.
Outstanding.
It's definitely astonishing is what I meant. That's what I meant.
Well, I need to be more focused in like a song. Like if I get to the next song and I don't like it, it ruins my vibe. Like I need to know the vibe is going to be the same for the entire time. So I decided
there's just no need.
We are in the middle of the city.
There's just no need.
Anyway, I'm sorry about that truck, you guys. Well, yesterday I have just been, I was on a music kick because I was doing some walking on my walking pad. And so I said, let's just keep these good vibes going when I take Lynn out. And so I kept playing my music. And I am just like a rap girly. And I like female rap most, but I like any kind of rap. So I love, Meg the Stallion. I love Glorilla. Flo Milli is my girl. So I'm listening to my tunes, and we are blasting the music. We've got our headphones on, and it is all the way up. And I really, truly, there's a door that you can go in, get right on the elevator, and you just, don't really see anybody, and we know it's very, we live on a little quiet section. Mm-hmm. I get back in, get on the elevator, and I'm at the very bottom. And again, it doesn't often open to other floors. Like usually whatever floor you're going to, you're going to have a straight shot. It opens the next floor. I don't really hear it even. I notice it stopped because I felt it. But someone gets on the elevator, a neighbor obviously, and they are obviously trying to talk to me. And I kind of move it over my ear as I do. So he gets on and he pushes what he needs to. And we're taking off, and I realized he's chuckling.
Can you hear your music?
My music. I could have had just a speaker in the. I could have had a speaker in the elevator.
What was the song?
I'll just play it. And he, literally laughing, and I said, "Oh my gosh, I am so sorry. I did not realize that my music was so loud. Don't be looking." You ready? 1 second. I'm looking for the hose. I'm looking for the hose.
It's not great.
It's me. It's who I am. It's my fave. That's what I'm like.
That's what you listen to.
But I had a leopard bow in my hair to top it off.
That was an important detail.
Huge leopard bow.
I think that your qualm with music is you only listen to rap. So it's rap or it's nothing.
Yeah.
So I think that if you had more...
Oh, I like house music and EDM too. I'm a beats girly. We've talked about this.
Yeah, but that's still the same vibe. You can't be in, but
that's why I like
different artists for different... So,
I think that's also why I don't like to read romance books. I don't like to cry and bawl my eyes out at 9 a.m. before I have a full day to go and live.
Okay, let's be gentle with our words. Okay. First of all...
So, I can't listen to the most...
Let me finish. I'm sorry. I just needed to get it out there.
Oh, she did her big one and now she ain't got nothing to say.
No. Role model's not gonna make you cry.
And now we have a helicopter.
And now we're here. Role model is just the vibes and the mellow. Whereas if you want to cry,
Sunday's best type.
Sure. Whereas if I want to be hyped, then I can go to.
But we've also established
Tate McRae. It just.
Oh, don't even get me started on her.
We'll wait till that concert comes around and we'll have the same exact conversation.
Right. I'm looking for some hope. And then we were both just laughing. How do you recover? It's that I know. I wonder how many times he heard that line and me kind of just. I was probably where's Luna was sitting which she did that thing and she loved. She only does this with me. But we will like, go out and she won't POOP. Like, she will not. Well, I'll keep circling, and I'll stand, and I'll move, and I'll move from the mulch to the grass to the whatever. Make sure she's got a good patch wherever she wants to be. Well,
then she'll come back up, and she'll give her to me, and I'll take her out, and she'll go.
Immediately. So we had just had that beef where I had, like, been frustrated with her after looping and being like, you know what we're doing? Because by the time I bring out the bag and I start doing the bag, I say, it's time to do this now. We've done our little pitter-pattering. It's time to do this now. And she's like, not today. But it had been, it rained a little bit.
She hates the rain.
And she will, if it has rained, you can count her out.
You can count her out.
She said, I'm not going to be a part of that, actually.
But she loves the snow. It's the craziest thing.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I went back and forth on whether I should actually tell this story on the podcast.
I really have to pee.
Take it away, girlfriend.
Okay. Ow. Oh my God, this is wrong with my ankle.
Everything come out okay?
Mm-hmm. Such a interesting question to say.
That's my favorite thing to ask people when they get back from the bathroom.
My favorite is when people say they have to go to the bathroom, I say, have fun.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Okay. Well,
why do we both double say things? You said that's a good one. That's a good one. I said every time. Like we always do that. I don't know why.
Maybe emphasis.
It's like or no.
We have recently discovered that at the end of questions that we're asking each other, and now it's extended to other people that we say like or no. But, are you gonna come with me here or no?
Like,
are you gonna come with me here?
Like, and we didn't realize we were saying it until we realized, and then we're like, oh, we say it all the time.
All the time. Okay. I debated on talking about this. Is it the loudest day in the world or what? Like, honestly.
No.
Honestly.
This is what it sounds like in my room all the time. This is what it sounds like in my room all the time.
We'll take the next episode and we're paying attention to times and stuff now, so we'll take the next episode in my
consideration.
Bed. Yeah. As we know, I was at my sister's. Annica, I almost said Marley. Annica doesn't have a lot of... Oh, look at you picking at the mic. Funny how just turning my fans.
I'm not doing it instead of talking, though. Oh. It's our difference.
She said like reverse. No.
Eat you
reverse.
Up.
Okay, well, I'm about to eat you up. I got home, and every plant in this house was dead.
Yikes. So...
And I cried. Multiple times.
We're going to speak both of our truths about this, okay? So, you'd been gone for the first couple of days, and I was making... and I'm going to try not to cry during this, because I've made it the whole episode.
Do not cry over this, Annica.
So, even pissed me off.
I have multiple and I have times you don't even know about.
Okay,
take it away.
So I was making my breakfast after like 3 days of you being gone, and I was like, oh, I haven't watered the plants at all. And so I'm like, okay, I need to water them. So I water them. And they looked a little sad, so I just gave them a little extra water. I'm like, maybe I'll move them in the sunlight. Maybe I need their leaves to perk up. They were not perking up. They were drooping.
She does have tears in her eyes.
So the leaves are drooping. And when I wake up the next morning, and I'm like, dang, I must have messed up by not watering those first couple of days. Let me water them again. And then I repeated that process for 2 weeks. And then the night before you came home, I was sitting on the stool of the chair, and I looked at your fig, and I said, that's not good. That's not good at all. And the first day you didn't notice it, and then you were sitting playing with Tuna on the stool, and I was like, she's about to notice it for sure.
You knew it was coming?
Yeah. I almost, the night before you came back, said, there's something I think you're going to be really upset about.
I would have known it was the plants immediately.
So, long story short, I overwatered all of them.
Every single
except for one I underwatered and it also died.
Was drowning. It would have been better if she wouldn't have watered them at all within the 2 weeks. They would have only lost 1 or 2 leaves here and there. My fig that I have had for 5 years is gone. It's not got a... There were probably 70 leaves on it before I left.
Exaggeration to max, maybe 17. Think about those leaves.
Honey,
I picked them all up off the floor. I would know.
I picked them all up off the floor.
I did.
picked up at least minimum 35.
I don't believe you.
I'll find a picture of the plant and I will zoom in and I will count. Because it was tragic. It was tragic. And I said, oh my God, Annica, what did you water the plants? That was my first question. And she said, yeah, every day. And I said, ah! And I just said,
no, that is not what you said.
what did I say? What did I say?
You just started screaming and crying. And I was standing there like this.
I think I was like, the nonsense being, overwatering kills plants just as...
Yeah.
So I pulled it up, and when I lifted it out of the pot, my hand was wet. It was full of water. So I look at her and I say, dump this, get this figured out. I didn't realize at the time every plant in the house was like that. And I continued to not realize that until the next day. And I started lifting plants up. And I just started, the life just started, kept drooping out of every plant. And I was like, what is happening? What is happening?
That's what I was doing too. That's what I was doing too.
So the lesson that we did learn is that overwatering
hurts.
Kills just as fast.
You would never know. Who can get enough water? What do the plants in the rainforest do?
But honey, when there's just like, you gotta know when the soil is literally like wet and there's still water on all the sides of everything.
I didn't look at this issue.
That's okay. Okay.
Is it okay? I don't think it is.
So anyway, I've gathered the plants. I've redone what I needed to do with the ones that I can. We've let some of them air out. We've put some on the balcony, but it's been warm during the day, like warm enough to have them out there, but still too cold at night. So we've been pulling them back in, and I think I honestly haven't given up because it looks like the bird of paradise has survived.
Bird of paradise has looked like that for 6 months.
No, there's a new leaf coming out. I'm going to get the other ones cut. I was making sure there was going to be a new leaf before I started cutting, but I'm going to cut and put her out this spring. It's getting to, this is the time of year where we're going to get our plants going and revived anyway. So I think that we're going to, I'm not ready to give up on my fig. Like I'm still going to make sure that.
On that note, do you want to tell them what you did?
What did I do? What?
I walked in my room today and I said, something feels different. She came and she moved something again.
I didn't move something.
Not only that, I'd say the crime is worse. She added something to my board.
This is what happened. We found it in a vlog actually. So if you watch the vlogs, you saw me find 50 euros. I found a $50 euro bill. Is that what they're called? A bill?
Euro, I think.
Euro. And so I had put it on my nightstand, and I was like, what am I going to do with this? Like, I could put it in a book. I'll just keep it until I can put it in my passport thing. And I was like, oh, Anna could just put her she got what are those, push pin
like
board.
A pin board, yeah.
And so she had made it with her little Metro card and some bows and cute little runner tags. So many cute things. And a lot of things from trips. A lot of things from our Italy trip. And so I was like, this will be a perfect little addition to that. So I brought it in here, and I didn't want to, like, cover anything up, and I did try to, like, not put any holes. I only put one hole in one thing, and I was like, oh, and I put the last hole, like, pin in, and I went, this is exactly what she asked me not to do. Mm-hmm. This is exactly, and then what do I do at that point? Remove it all and, like, know that somebody's been here, and, like, at that point I was like, well, here we are, and now we're here.
And now we're here. Now we're here.
Y'all. This just came to me because I'm thinking about what I'm starting to get a little thirsty, and I'm thinking about what my little treat's going to be. I just recently worked with Dr. Pepper Blackberry on
Super
Instagram,
fun.
And we've talked about my love for Diet Dr. Pepper on here, so I was very, very excited. And there's a 0 sugar option, so that's like comparable to Diet Coke to me. So it would have the kind of same taste that I do thoroughly enjoy. Blackberry's a flavor that I'm like, sure. And, with our fun drinks, I'm like, I'm just going to pretend like it's a swig
why
drink.
there was blackberries in the fridge.
Oh, yeah.
That makes sense. I ate one while I was filling up my water.
Yeah, well, they're free to eat now. I filmed with them. So, I did this campaign, and before I was like, I need to try this stuff to see if I like it. It is.
It actually is really good.
So good. It's like way more, and I don't know if I've only tried the zero sugar one. It's refreshing. Like, it's a Dr. Pepper blackberry. What?
When are you going to go to Swig?
We need to do that.
We need to do that.
Next episode, we'll have an update on Swig. We'll have an update on Role model.
I'll cry. I can't think about it.
Thank you guys for spending another Thursday with us. Compliment someone.
And we'll spill more next Thursday.
Always
Love ya.